Hi everyone, thank you for coming to watch me. Most of you have likely already seen my first two attempts at this. Well, I don't think lives are for me, so this is a pre-recorded version. Anyway, the point of this video is to share and educate. A few strangers helped me by pointing out the white eye in Patrick's photos, so I'm sharing it forward to hopefully help at least one other person. Okay, so the story is that over a period of about 2 to 3 months, a few people pointed out Patrick's white left eye in photos, and eventually I acted and got him an optician's appointment. The reason why it took me so long is because I go to the doctors a lot for myself, and I was a bit worried that it was going to be nothing and I was wasting their time. But I shouldn't have worried about that, because it's more important that Patrick gets seen to than I waste doctors' times. So anyway, Billy took the day off work and we went along expecting to be told it's nothing. Sadly though, we were referred for more tests with the news that he had a scar or something similar on his left retina. We got Patrick's referral appointment through a week later and off we went, nervous but optimistic. Part 1 of the checkup, which was done on Friday, confirmed that he doesn't have full sight in his left eye. That was confirmed by basic sight tests for babies, waggling toys in front of their eyes and covering one eye, and seeing how the other eye acted, and then doing the same for the other eye. What happened was, when his right eye was covered, he freaked out, he absolutely hated it, and he pushed her off and wiggled. But when his left eye was covered, he didn't seem bothered at all. So from that, she figured that there was maybe some sight problems. Part 2 of the checkup, which was on Monday this week, told us that his left retina has a large scar that has destroyed the sight in most of his eye. The doctor could not confirm the reason why, as Patrick started getting frustrated at bright lights thrust at him, which is understandable because he'd had some eye drops put in which open the pupils up, and bright light affects them when that's the case. The doctor did mention a few possible reasons, which were just born like this, genetics, congenitaltoxoplasmosis. The doctor then went on to talk to me as if it was caused by the latter. I was told that toxo infections lie dormant in the back of the eye and can restart when his immune system is compromised. If this happens, it can make his left eye deteriorate, affect the right eye, cause deafness, cause hydrocephalus, which for those that don't know, that's like fluid around the brain. And it can do a lot more than that as well. So if his left eye, or even his right eye, goes red, we're to take him straight to A&E before it's too late. We were also told that his brain might shut signal off to the left eye at some point, leading to retinal detachment and a lazy eye. I think Patrick wants to say hi. Patrick! Hello. Why is my phone keep making noises? Anyway, Patrick's watching Netflix. You behave, mister. No, behave. Anyway, as I was saying, we were also told that his brain might shut signal off to his left eye at some point, which could lead to retinal detachment and a lazy eye. If this was to happen, we were to take him to the hospital too, so that they can act as soon as possible to save his eye. It wouldn't have much in the way of a negative impact, except the 20% sight that he's got would probably go, and he would look people would notice, basically. I know all this might sound a bit scary, and on Monday we were freaking out, but as we've thought about it, it's not as bad as it sounds for a few reasons. such as it's not cancerous, which is always good. He was born with it, so he knows no different. His right eye is compensating for his left eye. I think I'm going to turn this hat thing off because it's looking a bit odd now. Here you can see sparkles instead. It may just be one of those things rather than toxo, so we might not even need to worry about that. We've caught it early, and the only known effects that it will have on him if it's not toxo is that he cannot be a pilot or watch 3D movies. He has a great paediatric and optical team keeping a regular eye on him 3 to 6 times a year. Is there anything else? He isn't blind. I'm not sure if I mentioned that one. Okay, that's the part about Patrick. He's still perfectly happy. Yeah, basically. You can't even notice it if you look at him. The only way you notice it is in his pictures. I think he'll be an actor when he's older. Okay, well, here's the educational part. Reasons for white eye in photos in children are genetics, angles of the camera when taking the picture, sheer bad luck, cataracts, which happens more in adults and is very rare in kids but can happen in kids, persistent hyperplastic primary vitreous, which is also called PHPV. I don't know much about it. Vitreous hemorrhage, which I think is quite obvious by its name. Coates disease, which is something that we're going to ask the paediatric department about. It's a rare, non-hereditary congenital abnormal blood vessel development disease, and it can cause blindness. And a lot of the symptoms kind of sound a bit like Patrick. Congenital toxoplasmosis, which I've told you about in this, and retinoblastoma, which is childhood eye cancer, very rare, highly treatable if found early, but the consultant has said it's most likely not that. He hasn't completely denied that it could be, but he said from what it looks like it's not. But I'll post some links in the comments and photos that helped us to get a diagnosis. And just a wee word of advice for all parents out there. Please keep an eye on your kids' health. Report anything, no matter how small, to your doctors, opticians, dentists, health visitor. And don't worry about wasting their time, because I've been told on so many occasions that no matter how small it is, you're not wasting their time, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Better to catch things early than later. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Bye! Patrick, say bye!